All right, let us do this. Thank you. As you can see, I'm using the OBS to record my tutorial. Okay, so you can also use the OBS when you want to do your tutorial. All right, thank you. So let me go back to my VS Code. Today, I'm going to be talking about the behavior of let and var. You know, let and var is used in declaring our variables. When you want to assign values to your variables, you can use let or var. Okay, the third one I'm going to be discussing is this asynchronous function, which is a set timeout. Okay, so I'm going to put the three together to work and see how they behave. Okay, all right, let's get started. Okay, let's do a simple theory about let's talk about a simple theory before we get our hand into data in code. Okay, so let is okay, we're going to talk about the scope of let and var. Okay, so let is a block scope. Okay, block scope. So after you go out of a block, the scope of of the variable you declare with a let is not going to be visible outside of the block. Okay, don't worry, we're going to see that in code, so that it's going to be so that you see it so that you can understand better. Okay, so and then var, this call is is magical. Var, if you declare with var is a function scope. Okay, if you declare with var and you enter a block, when you get out of the block, you still be seeing the scope. You still have access to the values you have assigned to the variables. Okay, you're still gonna seeing the values. You still have access to the variables. Okay, you still have access to the variable values you have declared or assigned with var. All right. Okay, sorry. Uh, theories. Even me, I don't like a theories. I like a practical. Okay, so let's make it more simple. So I'm gonna declare a variable, and I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna declare a function now. I'm gonna create a function. Let's say function. Let's say var scope. var scope var scope. Okay, what should you do? var scope is here. Let's do it this way. Okay, let me just say okay. Okay, I'm gonna put a block. That's a for I'm gonna put for loop and block. Say for, then I'm gonna declare the variable inside like a var var I. So I'm declaring my variable I with a var. Okay, so keep in mind this is, we are treating a var scope now. You know, var scope is a function, is a function scope. Okay, so now let me declare with 0, initialize with 0, then let's say if I is less than 5. Okay, let's go ahead and then for every time, let it increment it with 1. That will be +1. Increment it with 1. Okay, so all this is like a console.log. Let's console.log the high in our console, so we can say dot log. Okay, log I. So normally it's gonna print out 1 is equal to 4, right? So let's invoke our function now. Let's put our function to use. Invoking it, let's say var scope. Let's call you to work. Okay, so let me just use this call shortcut. That's a code runner. Code runner. What do you have? Wow, we have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. As we expected, right? Okay, nice. So here is where the logic happens. Like here is the real deal. If you see console.log out of the out of this block, out of this for looper block, you still have access to the variable high with the last value, which is gonna be 5. Okay, let's say console.log console.log high. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. You see that? Okay, let me say I'm in the function, so that I say it. This is in the function. Let's say function scope. Function scope. Shares. I like saying shares. Shares. Okay, shares. Okay, let's put that. Okay, function scope shares. Okay, let's clear this one out. Okay, let's run it again. So do you see we have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now we still have access to the variable, our I variable, which is 5. You see, still have access to the last variable, which is 5. Okay, nice. So do you see now we have that as that. Okay, so what if we change it to, now let's declare our variable with a let instead of a var. Let's say it again. Var is a function scope. It's function scope, okay? Then let is a block scope, okay? So let's see what's gonna happen with let if we declare with let. Let's change our var to let. Let's say let. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, as usual, you know, it's gonna change. It's gonna print out 0 to 4. Yeah, just like that. Nice. Okay, but what if we print in the function? Remember, these are block, and we created this variable in this block. Okay, we created this variable in this block. So for let, if you use let, you won't have access to this in the function. Immediately you are outside of the block, you won't have access to the value of your variable. Okay, all right, let's prove it. You see that this I is gonna be undefined. So let's clear it and let's run it again. Oh, you see, this I is what is throwing out this error because I is not defined at that level or this function level. Okay, so remember, this block is inside this function, and this block is inside the function. Let me explain this again. Let's change it to var again, and let me explain again. Let me repeat the explanation. So this block is inside this function, and the function and the variable is declared as I. The variable is declared with a var. Okay, so that means indirectly this variable is declared inside this function, right? Okay, so that means if var, I told you that var is a function scope, right? So that means this var, this I is declared inside this function, and when we now use it inside this this block is defined inside this function, right? So indirectly, and we are defining this var I to be equal to 0. We are initializing the value to be equal to 0. That means indirectly this var I is declared inside this function, inside this function. So if you go out of this block, you still have access to it if you are using a var. Okay, if you are using a var, you still have access to it. Okay, really nice. So if you click it again, as usual, you see it's gonna run, and you're gonna have your 5. Okay, right. So let's do what the magic there is to happen again. The asynchronous function. Let's bring it in. I don't like this behavior. Asynchronous function. Okay, let's use set timeouts. One of the example of asynchronous function. Set timeout. Okay, let's put set timeout, set timeout. Okay, set timeout. All right, let's call back function. Let's declare it with an arrow function. Okay, so this then let's give it a delay of let's say 10, delay of a 10. Okay, okay, so in this block, let's say let it console out, console console console.log log console.log. Hey friend, hey friend, um um uh, async 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 function. Ooh. I like that. Async function. Hey friend, async function. Okay, let's try and run it. Okay, normally, it's gonna go through this way, through this line, this thread. Gonna print out this one first, the block first, followed by this console.log we have in the function, then followed by this set timeout, just normally like that. Okay. All right, let's clear our screen. Okay, let's run it again. All right, by though this behavior somehow right now, what is happening? Okay, let me try and let me try and run it on terminal. Okay, node what's the name? I have a scope. Name of my file is scope.use. Alright, behaving nice. Why is a code gonna behave like that? Wow, this is what made my junior sister to cry. One time like that when we were doing programming, it's supposed to be working a particular way, and now it's working a different way. She have to weep. And I told her, don't worry, this thing happens. She was 13 years old. I told her this thing happens. If you want things to be working normally as you expected, you have to create your own language. You have to create your own language. Huh? Okay, so now it's working. Okay, as expected, the a friend async function. Yeah, it's right there. But let's move it. Let's move it to the top. That's gonna be arrow. You use our alt there. You move it up. Okay, like that. So normally this should be the first one, and then this one the second one, then followed by this one, right? So okay, let me clear the screen. Okay, so but you see, this is asynchronous function, and we are delaying it by this value. That's a 1/1000. That's 1/1000 seconds. Okay. That will be 0.01 seconds. All right. So let's see what's gonna happen. That means this is going to happen later on after all this has been carried out. This is going to be having a delay of 0.01 seconds. Okay. Then that means this is still going to be waiting in the queue, and we have this is going to be executed, and this is going to be executed, and then lastly this one, set timeout. Okay, so let's run it. No, we are not running it with a code runner. Okay, let's do it on our terminal. Okay, let's run. Okay, yep, we have our for loop run, then we have our function scope. Okay, then lastly this async function. Okay, remember guys, this is a takeaway from you for you. This async function, we used to use it when we are calling our APIs, right? When we are calling our APIs, you have to But nowadays you have to like await it. You have to like mark the function an async, and then you have to await it. Okay. But now let's concentrate on this video. Well, we're okay. So we have this, but I will tell you that even if you have the delay to be 0, we're still going to be having the same behavior, because even if you have the delay to be 0 seconds, this as a kind of function by default it's still going to be waiting for some seconds. I don't know what those are people that have decided or what kind of seconds they have given it, but it's still gonna be waiting. Okay, so let's prove it. Let's clear our screen. Clear the screen, and then run it again. Run it again. Wow, I'm still behaving an async. I'm always async function. Okay, nice. So what led me to this video is what we're gonna do next. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna clear this one out. Clear out. I'm gonna put this one, arrange this one, and put it at the top. Okay, come to the top. Come to the top, man. Go to the top. That's Alt. Then we use the arrow key up. Okay, nice. Okay, then I'm going to like remove this console.log, and I'm gonna console.log anything here. And then I'm gonna put the console.log here. The console.log I here. Okay. So what's gonna be happening now? So here I'm going to say I'm going to do okay, 1 to 5. Let me just say 1 to 4. Okay. 1 to 4 or 1 to 3. Okay, I think that's original. That's 1 to 3. So what is going to be happening here is that you see, this is an async function. This is an async function. Let me just add that 10 just to not to make you scared, not to make you guys scared or make myself scared. Okay, a delay of 0.01 seconds. All right. So what is going to be happening here is this. This for loop is going to run, okay, and then the last value is still going to be tracked by I. We're still going to have access to I, the variable I, because we declared it with a var. All right, we're still going to have access to I, and what is going to be the last time value of I? The last value of I is going to be 3. Okay, so 3. Then you know that set timeout is going to be having some delay. So later on, this set timeout will kick in, then print out this value of I 3 times. Like it's gonna print it out 3 times. Okay, for it to print it out 3 times, I think we have to put it inside the for loop, right? So let's put it inside the for loop. Okay, that's the original. Okay, we put it inside the for loop, so it's gonna print it out 3 times. It's going to this set timeout is gonna be called 3 times, right? It's going to be called 3 times. But this for loop will have been executed like okay, let me put it again. Let me put it so that you can see it. Let me say console.log log hi. Console.log hi. So this will be executed first, then it's now going to follow this, and this is also going to be executed 3 times also. But the value of this one is going to be from 0 to 2. That will be 0, 1, and 2. But this one is going to be from it's going to happen after. It's going to happen after all this for loop has done this. For loop, it's going to be having the last time value of I, which is going to be 3. All right, let's try it and run it. Okay, so you see it here. This is for the console.log inside the function. So after some time, our set timeouts will now take the last value of I, which is 3, and then it's also going to execute it 3 times. Okay, this behavior is kind of strange. Well, that's what makes you a programmer, okay? So, still gonna be learning a lot about these strange values. Okay. Shout out to my community, Microverse. I really love you guys. You really doing great work. You have made me what I am today. And, I love people posting their questions there, like giving us new questions, new challenge, and all this. And I like to thank Bilo for bringing out pointing out a decent question, and that's what made me okay. We Bilo, a shout out to you, okay? Thank you very much. You are the one that make this video happen, and it has even helped me a lot so I can do some research and all other things. Okay, so in a programming world, this is what we do. We do giving out of our freedoms free of charge and all this. Yeah, right now I'm doing a video on Django. If you like it, you can go to my Django playlist. I'm still developing it fresh. Okay, so and then let's change this var. Let's change it to let's. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's change it to let's. Let's see what's gonna happen. If we change it to let's, what's gonna happen? If we change this one to let's, what is going to happen is that okay, let's see what's going to happen. It's going to execute this let's function, and the let's is going to anyway, this one is going to print out is 0 to 2, and then after that, if you put the set timeout, set timeout is going to have having a delay as usual, but you see, the let is a scope and variable. It's not gonna print out. It's not gonna be having this. I is not gonna be defined. Yeah, the I is not. No, the I is still gonna be defined because you have it in the function scope, right? Yeah, it's gonna be defined, but it's gonna be printing it out like a one and those and that and that and that. It's not gonna have a memory leak just like a var. All right, we're still gonna have the same value like this one we have here. So the set timeout is gonna print out from it's gonna print it out from one. It's gonna take it. It's gonna take it. It's gonna take the zero. You know, the first one is gonna be zero. It's still gonna be zero here. The set timeout. Second one is gonna be one. It's gonna be one at this set timeout, and the last one is gonna be two. Which is gonna it's gonna be two at the set timeout. Let's try it. Let's try and run it. Okay, I don't want to use code runner. I don't like to use code runner again. Okay, let's clear it. Then let's run it again. Okay, you see. So that's what really happened, because you see the let is scope. The let is a scope. I mean, sorry, is a block scope, right? Like we have said. And all these are staying in the scope, so it's maintaining the value of the high. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be releasing videos weekly. Okay. Thank you. That was gonna mean a lot to me. You know, I need to. Yeah. That's gonna be a lot to me. You know, I'm still counting. Just let this channel let it explode. Okay. Let me to let this channel explode. Okay. So thank you. Bye for now. See you guys later. Another time. Bye. Yeah, I'm using OBS. It's shutting it down. You can also use OBS to do your screen recording. All right. All right. Bye for now. Thank you.